Hello everyone, my name is Saumya. I welcome you all to Kalam Academy. In this video, I will be discussing the presidential system of government. In our last video, I have covered the parliamentary system of government. You may go through that video as well. Okay, so the presidential form of government is also known as the single executive system because the president, he heads an executive branch that is independent of the legislative branch. That means there is a strict separation of power between the executive and the legislature. Okay, and the executive is not accountable to the legislature, unlike the parliamentary system, not accountable. Now, the presidential system is the one in which the head of the state is also the head of the government. That means the president is also the head of the state. By being the head of the state, he enjoys the ceremonial position and he is also the head of the government. He is the he is the leader of the executive organ of the government. In presidential nations, the president is elected and is not accountable to the legislature, and the legislature cannot oust the president under normal circumstances. That means the legislature, they do not have the power to pass the vote of no confidence, like in the parliamentary form of government. In the presidential system, the legislature cannot pass the vote of no confidence and remove the ministry. Okay, remove the executive. Here, the president is the head and he is not accountable to the legislature. So, the legislature also cannot remove him, okay, under normal circumstances. But when the circumstances, they become extreme, then, and if they want to remove the president, then they have to pass the impeachment motion. Otherwise, they cannot remove. Now, unlike the Indian constitution, the American constitution provides for this presidential form of government. Now let's look at the features, the head of the state and the head of the government. Now the American president is both the head of the state and the head of the government. As the head of the state, he enjoys the ceremonial position, and as the head of the government, he is the leader of the executive organ of the government. Election. Now, president is elected by an electoral college for a definite term of 4 years. Okay, and he cannot be removed by the Congress. Congress is the parliament of the USA. He cannot be removed by the Congress under normal circumstances. But when any grave unconstitutional act is passed by the president, then the Congress can pass the motion of impeachment and remove the president. Then kitchen cabinet. The president, he governs with the help of a cabinet. It is a very small body. That is why it is called a kitchen cabinet. Okay, and the main function is only advisory. The main function of the cabinet is only advisory, and the members in this are non-elected. They are non-elected departmental secretaries. So they are selected and appointed by the president, and so they are only responsible to the president, and they can be removed by the president at any time. Now, the non-responsibility to the legislature. Now, we have seen that president is not responsible to the legislature. They are not responsible to the Congress, and also they are not the members of the Congress. They do not enjoy the membership, and they also do not attend any sessions of the Congress. Now, no dissolution of the lower house. Now, the president in this case, he does not have the power to dissolve the lower house, the House of Representatives, unlike the parliamentary system of government. The doctrine of separation of powers. Now, this forms the bedrock of the presidential system of government. The separation of powers is strict. It is rigid. Okay, it is a clear separation of power between the legislative, executive and judiciary. They are all independent, though the system of checks and balances is present, but it is very minimal. The separation of powers is more strict and rigid. So all of these three organs, they work as a three independent organ of the government. So the doctrine of separation of power forms the basis of the American presidential system. So these were the features of the presidential form of government. I hope you got some clarity. Now, based on our discussion, you may try to attempt this question. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.